What's going on? How's everybody doing? Today we're gonna today, huh? I think the problem with Instagram is it's backwards now. Instagram, can y'all
do it to where you don't mirror?
How you do that? Just come over here and do it. Welcome everybody. Today we are going to be making some calls. We're about to fix this for you, Instagram. But today we're gonna call some commercial brokers and sellers. We're gonna see if we can find some motivation out there. Right now, we're looking for, yes, that's correct. Ria Bravo, thank you. We're gonna unmirror it.
Yeah, I'm trying.
All right, so today what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna call some commercial brokers, some commercial sellers, and we're gonna see if we can find some motivation and potentially find some deals. We've also got entrepreneur community member Linnell. We're going to talk in about 10 minutes, and we're going to look through a deal that's fine. You just got to check it. Instagram, post your comments in here. Kat's going to find them and read them to me. But we're going to cold call some commercial owners and brokers, see if we can find some deals. And we're also going to be underwriting a deal that entrepreneur community member Linnell has brought to the table and she's looking at. She's sending over the underwriting right now. So we're going to do that. I'm going to pull up CoStar. Instagram, y'all aren't going to be able to see my screen, but that's okay. I'll tell y'all what's happening. Where's everybody viewing from right now? Austin, Florida, New York, Tennessee, Michigan, Illinois. Let's get logged into CoStar so we can look this up. I'm going to share my screen with Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn, and we're going to call through some commercial deals all through the United States who might be exhibiting some form of motivation right now. We got some cash that we are 978. 987-918. We got some cash that we're trying to put to work. There's a lot of deals that are being floated out there right now. And, they just need to make sense in today's current rate environment. We need to be able to buy the deal, put a down payment down, and have a payment that's low enough to where we still cash flow. And that's the tricky part, is we've got some motivated sellers out there, but they're not quite ready to come down to the price that makes sense yet. We might be in the first innings of this, so motivation might increase as time goes on. But I do want to talk about cold calling in general. With cold calling in general and making calls, doesn't matter who you're making calls to, whether it's pre-foreclosure lists, FSBOs, expired listings. Did I say pre-foreclosure? Probate, evictions, tax liens, code violations, all the stuff on the residential side, as well as on the commercial side, whether you're calling seller, an agent, broker. It's important to have a few things when you are making these calls. So first of all, you need to be somewhat knowledgeable in what you're talking about. Like when I'm calling these commercial brokers and owners here in a little bit, I know what I'm looking for. I know who I'm calling. I'm really just trying to gather some information and see, why they would be interested in selling right now, what they're looking for, what they need, what's important. I'm trying to pull some information out of these people. And a lot of times, I think it's really important to recognize that a lot of times when you're making these calls, you're not going to close a deal on the first phone call. Your goal is not to close a deal on this first phone call. You probably won't have enough information to close a deal on this first phone call. But what your goal is you are going to be reaching out to these people with a high level of confidence. And what you're aiming to do is get a better understanding of their situation and what's going on. You know, on these calls, we really don't even dive too much into property information. You know, when was the roof replaced? So on and so forth. It's almost irrelevant until we figure out, what their level of motivation is, why they want to sell, and what we can potentially make happen. Kat, do you want to turn this thing back on? But anyways, you need to just call and go with the flow. And the more calls you make, the better that you're going to get. You're not going to close the deal on the first phone call. All you're looking to do is gather some information, establish yourself as a closer, try and listen for any potential motivation or pain points that they might be having so that you can start to formulate a solution. You're asking questions, and ultimately you're just trying to figure out what is going on with the seller. Do they want to sell? Why do they want to sell? When do they want to sell? How much do they want to sell for? Why do they want to sell? Why is it important to them to sell? What are they going to do after they sell? You just want to figure out the full scope of what their problem is and what they're going through. That way you can start to dive into trying to propose a solution. But you need to learn how to have fun with these. If you're making a phone call and someone hangs up on you or they curse you out or something, who cares? You don't know this person. You're never going to speak to this person ever again. You just need to pick up the phone and call the next one. And so you need to have some level of the ability to just uh, keep making phone calls and learn how to have fun with it. And the more you're able to view making phone calls and talking to people as a game and you're having fun, the better you're going to get, and also the more fun you're going to have.
Carson says hello.
Who?
Carson.
Hello, Carson. All right. I'm going to call Linnell. She's an entrepreneur community member. She's got a deal that she wants to look at. I'm going to share my screen, and we are going to analyze this deal pretty quickly. Maybe we even call the broker or whomever and talk to them and see what we can find here. Can you hear?
It's a little
I wonder if Instagram can hear. Hey, Linnell, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
All right, good.
Loud and clear.
Are you ready?
Yes. Can you see if you got my email?
The second one?
The second one. The underwrite?
I haven't gotten it just yet. Is it cool? We're on live right now. We're live on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. Is it cool if I pull this up and we look through it?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I just got the email. All right. So tell me a little bit about this deal. How'd you find it?
I was just driving by
Uh-huh.
and I saw the deal, drove through there, and then I saw the sign said 2 signs: for sale by owner and then for sale by the agent.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. And who have you talking to about it?
The owner, Mr. Bing.
Mr. Who?
Bing.
Okay. And it is listed with the agent?
It is.
Okay. All right. Do you have the agent's information?
I do.
It's on the MLS, I'm sure, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, cool. All right, so talk to me. So what did the owner say?
He said a lot.
Well, that's good.
So this property has 9 rentals on it, 4 mobile homes.
It's a little hard to hear you, Linnell.
Okay. Hold on. Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. So he has 9 rentals on this 6.5 acres.
Mm-hmm.
4 of them are mobile homes. He has a single home on it, just one. And then he has a fourplex, just one.
Mm-hmm.
So he also has an additional 2 acres. He calls it in the back.
Yeah, I
He
see
owns
it.
all the mobile. Yeah, he owns all the mobile homes free and clear. He added 4 more meters for future development to that 2 acre lot back there.
Okay.
He's had them for years. He's 81 years old.
Mm-hmm.
And he's wanting 1.1.
Okay.
I see what it's listed at. He said he doesn't care about that.
Uh-huh.
He wants 1.1.
Okay. Why does he want to sell?
He said he's getting older and he just is ready to just have some money, buy his daughter a house and some cars, and that's it. He and the daughters don't want him to sell it, but they don't want to deal with it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. What are the rents that it's bringing in? So it's how many units? 9?
1,100. Yes.
And it brings
9 rentals.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it brings in 1,100 per door?
Yes.
Okay. So it's bringing in
13.
Well, it's bringing in 9,900 a month?
Yes.
Okay. And you haven't seen a rent roll or anything?
He does not do rent roll. He does not do bank statements.
Uh-huh.
He says he does it all in a spiral notebook.
Yeah. Okay. What
He does have leases on them too.
What are you thinking with this one?
Such as what is I'm thinking as my end goal?
Yeah, or like what are you
Okay.
like what's your plan with this one? What are your thoughts on it?
I would like to wholesale it.
Okay.
I don't want it. But I would like to wholesale it.
Why don't you want it?
To be honest, I don't know if I can manage something that big.
Uh-huh. Okay.
I know that's not a good confident answer, but I'm a little nervous to manage something that big.
Uh-huh.
But I know if I have TRE by me, I probably will do just fine.
Yeah, you will. The reason I'm asking you is it's a question you should ask yourself. If you don't want it, then why would anybody else want it? You know? And so I was just curious.
Yeah. I mean, that's my answer. I did at the beginning, I thought, oh, this would be great. Because I was looking for mobile homes and acres and land and all that good stuff. Plus the 2 acres is what I really, really like. But then I started thinking about it and running the numbers. I'm like, I don't know if I will have time to manage, nor the knowledge to manage, which is sad to say, but I'm learning. I am learning.
Yeah, well, and you could hire a manager if you wanted to.
Yeah.
And then just manage the manager.
Yeah.
But okay, so let's look at your underwriting right now. So we got, so what it actually is it's 9 units, each bringing in 1,100 a month, right?
Correct.
So that puts it at $9,900 a month gross rents. Times 12 equals $118,000 a year.
That part, yes.
$118,000 a year. Let me write this.
Yeah, that is correct. I forgot that part, and I wrote it on my notes and forgot to email that part to you because I put annual income is $118,800.
Okay.
So
118.
And then I was thinking like the occupancy rate 75% because you said nothing's ever a rented 100%.
I bet these stay pretty rented. 75 is probably pretty low, but let's just use 90% occupancy just in case people do move out of the fourplex units. But I'm willing to bet that these stay pretty rented.
You said they stay pretty rented very well, so he's very happy with it and happy with his tenants. So 90%.
Yeah. So then after that, that puts us at 106,920 for the income. The operating expenses, do you know who pays for utilities, all that stuff?
He stated that the tenants pay for that.
Okay. All right. I would imagine that there's not who owns the mobile homes? Does he or the tenants?
He does.
Yeah. I bet you this runs at like 40-ish% expense ratio. So that means your NOI is gonna, if you wanted to be conservative, you could say 50%, but I bet you it's about 40-ish. So that means your NOI is going to be 60% of the income, which.
Okay, did you just like round that number 40% of operating expenses? I mean, how would I know that?
Well, I mean, you would want them to give you an income statement so you could see what the insurance is, what the maintenance is, what the utilities are, if any, what the groundskeeping costs, because I'm sure he's doing some of that. What he's probably self-managing, so you are going to have a property manager, so you're going to have to account for that. Property taxes. What else did I miss out? So you can get him to provide you this stuff. Some of it'll be public information, such as the property taxes. Management, you can figure out by, you'd probably have to pay somebody like 7% of rents in a management fee. So that'll be about, $8,000 a year, give or take. So you can figure some of it out. You could get an insurance quote. You could assume on the maintenance unless he's able to provide you with an income statement. But, a good rule of thumb and to conservatively underwrite the deal, you could assume that it's 50%, but I'm willing to bet you that it's a little bit less than that in all actuality. And so that's why I said 40.
Okay. All right, makes sense.
All right, so that puts our NOI at about 64,000. Oops. And then if he wants to sell at 1.1, what are your debt payments going to be?
You mean on the 1.1?
Yeah. So let's say you buy it for 1.1, you put 30% down. That means your loan amount is going to be 770,000. 20-year fixed, give or take. Say your interest rate is 7.5% on the lower end. That means your monthly mortgage payment is going to be $6,203. Not considering taxes and insurance, just principal and interest.
Yeah.
So 6,203 times 12 means you're going to pay about 74,000. 74,500, give or take, in debt, and that means you're going to be negative $10,000 a year. So if you're putting $330,000 down on a property like this, for sure, you're going to want to at least make like $30,000 a year in cash flow after all operating expenses, after all debt. So one of two things needs to happen. Either A, seller needs to come down on price, or B, maybe they'll consider seller financing.
Yeah, I offered seller financing to him, and he said no, he's too old for seller finance. He does not want to be a bank.
Yeah, but maybe his daughters do.
I asked, but
Can we call this agent?
Yes, we can call the agent.
I can't find their info here.
That's okay, I have it.
All right, I'm ready when you are.
For you. And Alex, I would like you to do talking so I can learn. Her name is Linda.
I'll call. I won't even mention that you're on the call.
Okay. You ready for her number?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Can you what?
He really doesn't want to deal with his realtor. I know we need to go through her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But okay, we can give her a call. I just wanted you to know that side note.
No, I get it, but it is listed with her, so let's call her and maybe she can give us some information.
Okay.
All right, give me a sec. Hop on mute. And call. All right, so what we're going to do here is try and get some information about this property and see how we can make it work. Also, see if she knows of any other opportunities and just see what else we can get.
Hello, this is Rosanna.
Hello. Hi, this is Alex. I'm calling about 5803 Mount Olive Road. You're the listing agent for that, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay, great. Do you have a few minutes to talk to me about it?
Yes, I'm driving, so I can probably give you some general information.
Yeah, that's good. I've got it pulled up in front of me, so I've got the listing info and all this stuff in front of me.
Okay.
I guess if you don't mind, just kind of tell me a little bit about the listing and what's going on with it.
It belongs to an elderly gentleman,
Mm-hmm.
and he's trying to sell it so he can retire.
Okay.
I believe there's 6 units, 6 mobile homes.
Uh-huh.
Some are double wide, some are single wide.
Okay.
And well, all the information on he does not have rent rolls. So that's what you're looking for.
You
He
do?
does have some bank statements. That's all we get. He's an elderly gentleman and he does things his way, but we can provide some bank statements of like monthly rents that he gets.
Uh-huh. It's a
really nice property. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's a little hard to hear you. Did you?
No, I'm driving. Can I call you back later? There's a lot of traffic and I can barely hear you too.
You can. Right now would be best though, if you don't mind. I got a few meetings. I'll do my best to hear everything you're saying.
Okay. All right. What questions do you have?
Yeah, you said it's 6 units or how many?
They're all mobile homes, except the main house. It's kind of, but it is up here in Bean, the main house.
Okay, and 6 units total though, right?
And these, yes. Plus, let me see, 1, 2, 3. Yes. Well, there's an additional dwelling. I think he's counting it too, so that's 7.
Okay, so 7 total units.
Yes.
Okay, and just off the top of your head,
6 acres.
What'd you say?
6 acres?
Yeah, got it. 6 acres. Okay, and approximately how much is each unit bringing in rent?
Well, I believe I have it right there on the MLS. I can't tell you individually how much each is. I'd have to pull over and give it to you.
That's okay. I'm looking. I just don't see it on here.
You don't see it? Okay. Well, if you text me your email address, I will send you the rents.
Okay. All right.
I thought I had it on there. I am so sorry.
That's okay.
I do have
It's probably me. I'm probably missing it. You probably do have it on here somewhere. But anyway, so how long has this been listed for? Since October of last year?
Yes.
Why do you feel like it's not selling?
The price, probably. I mean, I have to be honest about it.
Yeah. Have y'all been under contract so far?
We've received one offer, but it's not what the owner wanted. And so they said they were going to come back and make another offer.
Mm-hmm.
And we have not, we have not heard from them.
Yeah. And so you only gotten one offer in about 12 months, give or take, 10 months?
Yeah, give or take, yeah. Yes.
Do you
and like I
remember?
said,
Do you remember what that one came in at, just so I know where I, need to
I
be?
can't say. No, I can't say.
Okay, that's all right. So, how long ago did they give that offer? Recently, or a long time ago?
Yeah, about a month ago.
Okay,
Mhm.
all
I
right.
got an update that they were still working on it, so they didn't want me to think that in line. But we did present it. It's just not what he's looking for, and something that we thought we could work
Yeah.
the owner with. Are you
Can
a
they hear?
realtor or an investor?
Both. We own a
Okay.
real estate brokerage here in Austin. We actually have a few agents with us in San Antonio, but I'm calling you as an investor. Right now,
Okay.
we're looking for some multifamily properties, and we own a 14-unit mobile home park in Austin. And so I love,
Wow.
I love these mobile home parks. The numbers just have to make sense, and so I saw this one, and just wanted to kind of see what we can do to make it work. You were saying that,
Make an offer. It's just hard to tell you because, like I said, I think it's been on the market that long because he has it at $8.99.
yeah,
He had it at 1.1,
mm-hmm.
and it just wasn't going to work. And
Yeah.
so
What
now he has
price?
it at
What price do you think it needs
8.99.
to? What price do you think it needs to be
Well,
at?
honestly, he wants that, but we'll work with him. If it's a good offer, we'll work with him.
Yeah. I guess my biggest concern is even at 8.99, like you're saying, is with interest rates being where they're at today. Just figuring out a way to make it cash flow. You don't think he would consider seller financing, do you?
Oh, no. Several people have tried. He's not.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
can tell you that it's a definite no.
Well, does he really want to sell? I mean, if he's not willing
He says he
to,
does.
yeah,
He says he does.
if he's not willing to lower the price or seller financing, I'm just not sure how he's going to get what he wants.
Right. Like I said, make an offer. Make it as best as you think.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
even that you understand these kinds of properties.
yeah.
He's besides the units, besides the mobile homes, he's got a part of the property has like a setup where he set up some for RVs.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. That's the only other thing I can tell you. Additionally, about that property.
Yeah.
Give it your best shot.
Well, I can. I'll text you my email address so you can send over the bank statements, and I'll definitely send in our best offer. I just don't want to offend anybody, depending on what the bank statements say.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You won't offend them.
Well, how low do you think I can go?
I can't tell you.
I mean,
He hasn't given me that information, so I can't tell you.
well, if
He hasn't given me permission to say how low he will go.
well, like if I offered 500, is that above what the previous one was at?
No.
Okay, so the previous offer was higher than that.
I guess yes, I can tell you that. Don't
Okay.
waste your time.
Well, let me get the bank statement so I can verify all the information. I'm looking. I actually see now it says it's 6 buildings and 9 units total. Does that sound right?
Alex, is that your name, Alex?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, it sounds about right. Whatever I put there, I'm just driving and I'm trying to remember all the units.
That's okay. That's all right.
Because
Do
I'm
you?
trying to visualize it. Did you there's a video, like a virtual tour of the property.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
I'm looking at all the pictures right now. I see.
It might not have been uploaded because it's a big file.
Yeah. No, I don't see the video.
Send me you see it?
No, I do not.
Okay, I will send it to you.
Okay.
It's an overview of the property. It's a really good video.
Yeah. Do you have any? Oh, actually, I do see the video here.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. Do you have any other properties like this near San Antonio or anywhere that we can look at?
I have a multi-family unit property in Dilley, Texas.
Dilly?
Dilley.
How many units?
Six.
6 units? Yeah.
It's Dilley, Texas is about, I want to say about maybe 60 miles from San Antonio.
Okay.
When I Google Dilley, Texas, it's a very, very small town.
Yeah.
You own a real estate, multi-family house.
So now we're trying to figure out what else we got.
Property on there when the oil field was
Uh-huh. Yeah. 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 Okay. Huh? Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. Send that one to me. I'll text you my email address, and then if you find anything else that way, please send it all over to us. Would love for you to even represent us if you find anything that's not your listing or something.
Oh, okay. Okay, that'd be fine. Just send me some of your criteria. But I'll definitely send you the everyone's listing and the one in Philly. You can look at it.
Okay.
4 units are fairly, they're not new, but they were built when the oil field was going down there, the Eagle Ford Shale.
Mm-hmm.
And so that must be about 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, 2015.
So they're not old. They're not old now. There's a dwelling, the original house, that's older. But anyway, I'll send you that information. Just text it to me. I'm driving to Hondo and for an appointment with a client, and when I get back, I'll send you all that information. Okay?
All right. Find some multifamily units there too, where you're headed.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Hondo's. Yeah, I'll look.
Okay. Let me know what you find.
Okay, thanks. Bye.
All right. Bye. All right, Linnell. What do we learn there?
I learned a lot. I mean, for one, I see how you tried to find other properties and try to get her on board and befriend her so she can, send information your way. That's one thing.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have
I don't think she really knows.
I was just gonna say I think a lot of people have a misconception that like when you're making these calls and you're talking to sellers or other investors or to brokers or agents that there needs to be a battle between you and them, and I don't think that that's correct. I think that you should figure out a way to get all the information that you need and befriend that person so that y'all can do a lot of business together.
Right. I agree. I learned that. According to the property, it doesn't seem like he's motivated to sell, even though he wants to sell. But like she said, it's at the price he wants it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what to say about that. If she has bank statements, that'd be great. But you said he doesn't have anything.
Right. I'm going to text her my information right now and let's see what she can send over. But my Thoughts on it is that it's priced probably too high there, especially if he's not willing to consider seller financing. And he probably is going to have to sell it. I mean, let's see if the NOI is 64 grand.
Yeah.
Let's see what our means. We need our monthly payments to be around $3,000. So let's see what that comes out to.
3,000 for each unit?
No, 3,000 total for the property.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let's just assume 8% interest rate. 350. Yeah, I mean, with an 8% interest rate, we probably, maybe 400,000. Yeah, I mean, maybe like 500, 550 is the number. And in that case, you'd be buying it at probably like a 12 cap, which is probably pretty good for this city. Where's this city at? Adkins, Texas?
Yeah, I mean, it's like right outside Livonia, right outside San Antonio, probably about 5-10 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, it's pretty close.
Yeah, it's extremely close.
Yeah, you'd probably, I mean, if you could get this thing for a 10 cap, so if you were able to buy it at like 600,000 or less, that'd probably be the number. But is this guy serious about selling, or does he just want to sell it, at this 1.1 million number, which is probably way too high?
Yes.
So
Well,
those are my thoughts on it.
yeah. Well, it's pretty good. It's a really great property. I just hope I can talk to him some more and see if he can come down. He wants me to call him back later on today. I don't know why, but he's interested in stocks and talking to me about like that. He wants me to come over and look at his leases. So
we'll get a copy of them when you go, and just see what information you can get. He said
he's not giving me copies of them unless we have a deal, because he doesn't want to waste my time and he doesn't want anyone wasting his time.
Well, he wants you to go over there and look at them.
Yeah, he has no problem making copies, but he wants a deal.
Yeah, well, tell him he needs to figure out the right price to get a deal done first.
Yeah, I hear you.
But interesting find. You have anything else?
I don't have anything else.
That's okay.
At the time that I'm interested in.
Whatever happened to it wasn't was it Lockhart?
No.
The 12 units in Lockhart, where was that at?
Lockhart. No, I didn't deal with Lockhart. That wasn't me.
It was somewhere over there.
It was a mobile home?
No, it was 12 unit, 3 4-plexes. Seguin.
Oh, Seguin, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, he wasn't going to come down from the 1.3.
Yeah.
For something that is not worth 1.3.
Well, maybe he will now, though.
He gave me some other properties to look at too. So, I mean, he's my friend now.
Good.
So, he's emailed me another property that he would like me to look at and see if I'm interested in it.
Good.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was here's my notes on him. This was Michael. So the 1.3, it was 1.3, and he wouldn't go down on it. We would be extremely negative on that property. So.
Yeah. Well, good job becoming friends with him. See what else he can find and keep following up on this one. I mean, if they do come down on price, this one could be an interesting one.
Okay. Yeah, I like this one on Olive. Okay. I'll stay with Mr. Benny and keep in touch with them.
All right. Good job, Linnell.
All right. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too.
Bye. All right. So we'll probably just leave it with that one phone call today. That took a while, but on that phone call, it's pretty easy underwriting deals. We don't need to speak to the owner. We don't need to speak to the broker to run some quick numbers and see if it makes sense or not based on what they're asking, approximately what they're getting in rents, some estimations on what operating expenses are going to be, and pretty quickly we can see if the deal makes sense or not. If we were buying it at uh, 1.1 million and putting $300,000 down, we would want to get at least $30,000 a year in cash flow. So we'd want our debt payments to be, much lower, about half of what they are right here. So we can obviously see that this isn't going to work. Never shy away from speaking to brokers or agents. It's always good. They always are in the market. Good agent would know a lot about the property. A good agent broker is going to know that if it's overpriced or not, why the deal is not going to work. You're not going to have to be the bad guy. So try and establish as many of these relationships as you can. Reach out to as many people as you can. See how many deals that they can bring you. And like even on this call, when I was speaking to the agent, I knew that based on the current ask price, the numbers, that this deal isn't going to work. But it doesn't mean that this call has to end or you have to be rude in any sort of way. I mean, try and build a relationship with them. She's obviously driving out to go to other towns around here. Maybe she can send some other multifamily deals that we can look at. She knows that it's priced too high. And so ultimately with this deal and the call that we just had with Linnell, the seller just needs to figure out if they actually want to sell or not, because there's a lot of people who want to sell for a price that's way too high, but that doesn't necessarily qualify them as a motivated seller or someone who actually wants to sell. Because if someone needs to sell right now and they're in some sort of distress right now where they have to sell, they're going to be willing to sell at whatever price makes sense in order to get the deal done, and not double what that price is. So anyways, hopefully y'all learned a lot from that. It's all about confidence. It's all about asking questions. It's all about building relationships. It's all about listening. You need to listen and ask the right questions to get them to say things so that you can gather certain pieces of information, right? Like when it's been listed for 10 months now and I know that it hasn't sold or gone under contract, that obviously tells you that this property is way overpriced or there's something wrong with it. Otherwise, someone would have bought it by now. But that's when I asked, have you gotten any offers? She says, we got one. It didn't work. Why didn't it work? Try and get a number out of them. Well, it's too low. It wasn't what the seller wanted. Well, what did the seller want? Well, it's listed at $899, but seller wants 1.1. He's not willing to sell for much lower than this. Then, you can start to gather that there just might not be a deal here right now, at least. But it doesn't mean that this phone call is over with or is a waste of time. I can still build a relationship with this agent. She's got another listing in, I forget what city it was. She's driving out to another city right now. Told her to look for some multifamily there. So at a very minimum, even though I knew that this wasn't going to work, we built a relationship with somebody new, and maybe she now sends us 5 more deals every single month, which is what we want. And she can represent us. She can represent us. She can be the buyer's agent. She can get paid a commission. Our goal is to just bring in more opportunities and not, you want to have a long-term mindset with these phone calls. It's not just right here, right now. And so even though right here, right now isn't working, it doesn't mean that this can't be the beginning of, plenty of other things. So that was that. Next week, maybe we'll do some more calls. When is it? August 31st, 6 p.m. August 31st at 6 p.m. We're going to have a live webinar. We're going to show you how we built a portfolio from nothing, which we truly did. I mean, Matt and I, we're not trust fund babies. No one just gave us a bunch of money. Matt and I had to be very creative in the way that we built up this portfolio, partnering with people, negotiating, hard money, seller financing, we've been able to build a portfolio of good deals that we own. We're not even close to being done yet, but on August 31st at 6 p.m., we're going to go through how you can do this for yourself. You don't need great credit. You don't need a ton of capital. You don't need, what else, Kat? What else are the things they don't need? You don't need a ton of experience. You don't need, to have a line of credit of $1 million. There's so many creative ways to get deals done, and there's so many creative ways to start building this wealth for yourself. And on August 31st at 6 p.m., we're doing a live webinar. It's free. You just have to register to go. And we're going to teach you exactly how you can do this for yourself. The link is in the comments or in the bio. Join the live training August 31st. If you haven't gotten this already and you want a copy, let us know. We're almost out. We got just a few more copies of this left. And then I may order more. We may not. But we've got just a few copies of this workbook left. It's free. Just pay for the shipping. I'll send it to you. You also get an 8-hour training of us going through this workbook, teaching you how to find deals, analyze deals, and you get 5 free bonuses along with it. Again, it's free. We want you to have these because just like in that conversation, there's no catch here. Just like in that conversation I had with the agent, our goal is to buy more real estate with people. So we want you to have this so that you know how to find deals and do deals. And then hopefully we can do some deals together and buy more real estate together. Again, it's free. This is almost out, so make sure you grab a copy if you want one before they do run out. Just pay for the shipping. We'll send it to you. And other than that, we will see